Alright, we're back. I already did a video and I cracked this fucking beast during it, and so I could not finish it in the space between videos. It is actually, where's it at? 13.7%. And so I started this video right after the other video, but it's an Imperial Stout, or a Russian Imperial Stout from Detroit Theory called Dia de los Muertos. If you watched the other video, you already know this thing is fucking banging. It's a good one. Really thick, chewy type of type of beer here. Has like this nice roasty bitterness, like this burnt caramel type sweetness. Really nice. Oh. Let me just filler what's left there. Alright. And let's get into it. So, we're going to be using some inexpensive budget offerings today. And we're starting off with this Razorock Gold Label. And this is a triple milled soap. And basically, the scent on it is the quintessential Italian eau de cologne. You can see that on that bottom section there. And so this is a hard puck, very hard, triple milled. And it actually has charcoal in it, hence the kind of dark gray color. But very hard, very hard. Let's see what it says on the back here. 100 grams and or 3.5 ounces. And you got to look at the ingredients. So it says made in Italy even. So maybe he outsources this particular product. But if you see the little lather swirls, it's because I actually did a tub load. So I tub loaded, and then I brought it to my bowl here. This is my Lancaster Razorworks bowl, and got some pretty good looking suds inside. Can't lie. So we're also using a Razorock BC, which is for black and clear, I could imagine. Silver tip it says, but I think silver tip just describes the like fox badger look to it. It is a synthetic brush that they call the Plissoft. Probably themed after the Plisson back in the day. So, very nice lather there. I loaded in the tub and then took it to the bowl. And I loaded heavy, or at least what I thought was heavy, because honestly I've been out of the game when it comes to loading directly off the puck. So I just loaded for a while, probably 40 seconds. And I even added some water while I was loading because it was really dry at one point. Like I said, I'm out of the game. Don't know. A little bit rusty on my tub loading. But I figured with a product like a triple milled soap, there's less to lose. You know what I mean? So we'll get the face wet, and we will take this good looking suds to the face here. So the good old Plissoft brush here, I don't know if I actually showed off the shape. There's the shape. Has that black top, and then the rest of it is clear throughout. The old Plissoft synthetic here was actually one of the early on brushes that I picked up in my shaving journey. And along the way, I actually piffed it to a friend. Piffed is kind of like pay it forward. You gift it to someone for free. As just a gesture of kindness, you know? I think a whisker or something got into the mouth. But, so I piffed pretty much everything Razorock out of my den to new wet shavers, people interested in the hobby that just wanted to give it a try. And so I basically gave all my Razorock away, my inexpensive budget Razorock stuff, I gave it away. I said, you know, give this a try. If you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, you can go ahead and give it back. And I haven't gotten shit back. So I think everybody pretty much enjoyed shaving in this fashion. And that's a good sign. But, like I mentioned in my mail call video, once a year or maybe twice a year, the annual or biannual budget shave tag series goes around with the YouTube wet shaving content creators. And when it came around this year, I didn't have a whole hell of a lot of inexpensive gear. And they even had one of the challenges that was like extreme budget. And I was just terrible at that. Anyways, so I wanted to pick up some Razorock, some inexpensive stuff. I think the brush was somewhere around 15 bucks. Sorry, I didn't write it down. You know, shoot me. The puck of soap was somewhere around 4 bucks. And so just really, really inexpensive offerings. And then I actually picked up this Razorock Hawk V3. And so this is a single edge that takes Artist Club style blades. Pretty handsome head there. Version 3, hence the V3. And then the Super Knurl, they call it, razor handle. And what I like is they had a lot of razor handle options. And you could actually buy different parts and configurations. I believe this is the standard base plate. So I think it's like the medium aggression or something like that. This has a fresh Schick Proline P30 Artist Club blade in it. You can see them in that little mechanism there. And let's get with it. This will be your first impressions on this razor. I've wanted to try this razor for such a long time. And to be honest, the early iterations were pretty fucking ugly. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They were pretty ugly. I wanted to try it because it was a nice budget single edge offering that it seemed to get good reviews in every iteration. But the earlier iterations kind of looked a little bit clunky, and then he went through this like anodizing phase. And the colors that he chose weren't to my liking. And, I eventually just moved away from it. But when he came out with the V3, I was like, okay, this looks like they took a little bit of inspiration from the Blackland Vector, kind of slimmed down the head a little bit. The overall aesthetic looks a lot more sharp and pleasing, at least to my eye. These Artist Club blades just cover so much fucking ground, especially for a bearded shaver. Believe it or not, I think I could have added even more water to this lather. It's perfectly slick though. But, so yeah, the aesthetics became more to my liking on the Razorock Hawk. And so that it basically, the time finally came that I decided I should give this a shot. Look at all that lather hiding under the neckline. And this first pass felt very smooth. There's a little bit of blade feel, but nothing overwhelming. Honestly, it's right, where I like it, so not mad about that at all. So a little bit of blade feel, but it didn't feel intimidating. You know, I'm not buying a whole bunch of razors that I think are going to be outside of my comfort zone other than the R41. And it turns out, you know, the newer R41s aren't what they used to be, so it actually is still within my comfort zone, surprisingly. But, you know, I try to buy things that I'm going to like. I'm not buying razors and dropping that kind of money on something that, you know, I might have a bad experience with, because I'm not the sort of guy to hit the BSTs, the buy-sell trades, and the different, you know, forums and eBay and all this. I'm not that kind of guy. Everything that enters my den, I intend on keeping. So, excuse me. So, when I bought this, I obviously bought the blade gap, the base plate, that I thought was going to work best for me. Now, the packaging on the Razorock Hawk, if you saw my mail call video, was fucking trash. I mean, it was garbage. It came in this cardboard box, but it wasn't like a thick cardboard box that was substantial and could take a beating. It was like a thin cardboard box that is akin to like something you might find like a pack of gum in. Like, just, it was pathetic. And then the only type of cushion in between the box and the razor was some kind of like gift wrap type paper, like, you know, that really thin, like, colorful tissue paper. And I was just astonished that it didn't arrive with more banged up, with more dings and scratches. I haven't given it like a really hard look, but in that mail call video, when I just kind of gave it the once over, it didn't look damaged, you know, on the exterior. So that's, you know, I'm very thankful for that. But hot damn, way to roll the dice on some shitty fucking packaging. Anyhow, the Plissoft is as good as I remember it. It's a lot more dense than I remember it, and it has more backbone than I remember it. So I don't know if there's like some QC issues, or if throughout the years, because this was years ago, or if throughout the years that they maybe sourced some different synthetic knots. But these are definitely denser and have more backbones than the old Plissoft. I know it's been a while since I've had mine in hand, but I definitely don't remember it being like springy like this. I actually liked it right out the gate, and as time went on and I tried more things, you know, it became a less popular option to grab, but it was still good to piff and to get a new wet shaver started. Now, if we're going to the triple milled soap here, I think it was easy to lather. Honestly, I think I overloaded. I was a little bit rusty, so I wanted to make sure I had enough to make a good lather. But I think I overloaded, and it took a tremendous amount of water. So I think if I just did like a normal person load and I wasn't loading like a psycho, it probably would have just came out to like an average amount of water. But it still lathered up fairly easily. It doesn't seem to be like dissipating or, you know, falling apart on me here. It seems to be holding its own throughout the course of the shave. It's providing some good slickness. This is nothing like mind-boggling, but it's enough. And even though the residual slickness is,
it's like, it doesn't hold a candle to today's like artisan premium offerings, but there is some, you know, it's not like bone dry after I swipe the original slickness off. It's not bone dry, like there is residual slickness, but it's just not the same as, like, you know, our higher end stuff, but more than enough to get the job done. No complaints whatsoever. This was actually a really good shave. It was actually very smooth. Like, I think I got away without fucking cutting myself whatsoever. It was smooth. The razor felt nice. The soap lathered up nice. If anything, the brush could have probably, like, I like that it's more dense, but that it has more backbone than I would like. It still splays, so it's not like a backbone, you know, behemoth or something. It has more backbone than I like, but it's not crazy. It's definitely still able to be splayed, but just a little bit more than I would like. Still has soft tips, still works great to bowl lather with, and I can pretty much just paint from there if I'm being honest. And so, all in all, I got a few Razorock options in the den, some more inexpensive, budget-friendly options back in the den, and so pretty happy about it, you know? Pretty happy to have so many inexpensive options that worked really good, and, you know, there was not much negative to be said about them. Alright, let's grab this Lancaster towel. I haven't mentioned this as of yet. You probably won't watch my video till after the drop. But there's a Lancaster drop. And so, if you've been wanting a Lancaster, I sure hope that you heard it from someone else, because I've told you guys in the past to follow him on social media, and, you know, if you want his items, you gotta stay tuned in, because his drops are kind of infrequent. So if you didn't listen to me back then, I don't feel sorry for you now. But I've sat out the last few drops because I wanted to give other people a chance. People, you know, that really wanted some Lancaster stuff, and for whatever reason, they didn't get it. I'm not sitting out this time. And when I want something, I get it. So, good luck. So, as of today, it's Friday, the drop's Saturday. So, good luck. Alright, I'll get the rest off cam. Get my hands dry. We're just going to go ahead and throw on some First Line Shave Dapper Man. This is based off Beach Hut Man from Amouage, a niche fragrance house. We got a quality restrictor on top. No bullshit shit stricter here. Got a little bit in the hands. We'll run it over the face here. I just chose this because it's also kind of a, well, it is a cologne, and it has kind of like an aquatic vibe to it. So it goes nicely with the Razorock Gold label. And it's also the cologne that I wore today, the Dapper Man. So, that'll do it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks as always for the support, and I'll catch you on the next one.